Well, hello there. I've already prepped my face with a Lievre Blanc shaving oil. And my razor is going to be this 3-piece Gillette Tech razor. It's an old one with a plastic or Bakelite handle. 3-piece, slight overhang, non-adjustable. In there I have, on its first use, a Personna blade. And my brush is going to be this Frank Shaving Polar Shaving silvertip badger brush once again. I've lathered that with the West Coast Shaving Winter Spice soap, and I'm going to go ahead and try to get a lather going on my face here. And hey, I hope you're all doing well out there. Let me go ahead and just wet the brush just a tad. That's enough, I think. Here we go. Soap has been around for a while and it lathers pretty easily. I've never had any problem with it. Oops, a little bit of water flinging around here, but it'll be all right. I think that's lathering pretty good. And I'll wipe my hand off a little bit here and wet the razor. And we'll proceed here. We'll commence with pass number 1, which will be with the grain. So here I go. 2 days worth of growth here today. Didn't shave yesterday. I was gone for a few days at a friend's house, and sort of an early holiday thing going on there. It's cold outside here in the upper Midwest of the United States, and we have about 1.5 inches of snow outside. Almost didn't come home today, but the roads were fine. The main roads were fine. Some of the side streets in the towns were not so great, but the main roads were fine. So they decided to go ahead and haul me home. Alright, and now I'm going to rinse the razor. Nice scent on this soap, about a 2 out of 5 in scent strength. Very pleasant. Christmas is coming up, of course, for those of you that celebrate Christmas. I hope you all have some good gifts coming, and I hope you have a nice holiday. This year has gone pretty fast for us old people. The older you get, the faster time seems to go. When you've been alive more years, a year itself is not as much of a percentage in your life overall, so it seems to go faster. Excuse me. I shaved most of the other days that I was gone at my friend's house. Might have been a couple of days overall that I didn't shave. Brought my DOPP, D-O-P-P, I guess that's a word that means shaving travel bag. Had a shaving stick and a 3-piece open comb razor, some aftershave, and that was about it. Shaving soap stick, I meant. I didn't bring any oil or balm with me. No aftershave balm, no witch hazel, nothing like that. Some dissipation, but that could be that my lather was too dry. Although it shouldn't have been, because I was flinging water here and there. I'm going to end that pass right there, but I'll pop out, pop right back in. I should be relathered for that second pass across the grain. Okay, pass number 2 across the grain. Here I go. Got a phone call from my friend. He made it home okay. I was hoping he made it home okay after he dropped me off. He had a ways to go, and I guess he ended up going to sleep once he got home after he took his dog out. He and his fiance threw me a little Christmas party. Let's see here. Okay. Let's go over here, switch to the other side of the blade and the razor. Kind of a simple shave today, nothing new or fancy really. Somebody in my last video was, they posted a comment that I needed to use distilled water or something, boil the distilled water or something. I forget exactly what they said. It was a kind of a long comment that was done in all capital letters. I wonder if that person knows that capital letters on the internet means that you're yelling at somebody, all capitals. Some dissipation again on this soap. Still feels okay. And, well, I don't know what's causing that. Maybe it is the hard water here. In the future, I might try getting some distilled water, some soft water or whatever, in order to see if I can keep soap from dissipating. We'll see. I haven't had that experience with all my soaps, but I do seem to be having it lately in this new bathroom for some reason. I doubt that the location matters much, but I'm keeping it awfully warm and pretty dry in here. I'm saving money on lights because I have LED bulbs in here, but I'm probably losing money somewhere on heat. I got the heat up pretty high. I get cold awfully easy. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and swipe the brush across my neck and the underneath of my chin here. since that lather seems to have dissipated or dried out. But I still like this soap. Its lathering properties better than the last one I used. Let's see, I'm still going across the grain. And then after I lathered up for this pass, I had a phone call I had to take. Like I said, that was from my friend telling me he got home okay. So I was very pleased to hear that. The roads weren't that bad, but he was worried at first since we had a little bit of snow last night and there was some snow pack still on the side streets, but not on the major streets or the highway. Although on one of the interstate highways, there was a big accident, I guess, last night or this morning. Okay, well that's pass number 2. I'll be back freshly lathered for pass number 3 against the grain. Well, the lather is starting to go out of the brush now, but I think I'll be okay. The brush looks like it's still full of lather, but well, we'll see how it goes here. I was hoping not to have to go back to the tin there. I'll see, I'm going against the grain, so I'll go ahead and start on my neck for this pass. Still have minor plumbing problems in this new bathroom, but the maintenance man looked at it and he's going to do something about it. Might have to get a new part for something. No big deal. Somebody said they thought the water turning on and off in here was great ASMR. So it doesn't bother me. I can't really hear it in my bedroom. Although I can't wait to get my actual bed back from my aborted move to another town, because I've been sleeping on a big, what do you call it, a big cushion basically, and it's kind of cold down on the floor, so I keep it pretty warm in here. Okay, well, look at this. This lather dissipating already. But like I said, that could be because I have the heat on pretty warm in here. Something like 87 Fahrenheit. Also, I don't know how well insulated these places are. So I think until I get my actual bed back and some more of my covers and sheets and things, I'm going to keep it pretty warm in here. Okay. Wow. And you can probably hear the heat on in here. I should have probably turned it down just long enough to shave. I don't know if that would have made any difference with the soap or not. Okay. My friend's dog, he didn't really draw blood, but he kind of got me there. she's a good dog, but we were playing tug of war and she got a little excited. She wasn't trying to hurt me. In fact, she wasn't really trying to nip me. But it was a short, kind of a braided, very short little doggy toy thing that we were playing tug of war with, and she's a big dog, so she kind of overbit the toy and got me there, but no harm done. Plus the dog has its shots. Oh, let's see, where am I here? Okay, I'm going to stop for a minute, relather under here in this area, and I'll be back for pickups. Okay, everybody, it's pickup time. Pickup time, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it, pickup time. That's what time it is. It's time to do our pickups or touch-ups in this area here. Just sort of relathering a bit because for one reason or another the soap's dissipating today. All right. A bit of a slickness test here and just touch up the touch-ups, I guess you could say. The soap seems to have adequate protection and adequate slickness, which is fine. I have no major complaints. There was some dissipation. I don't think there was as much dissipation as the soap I used last week, but that may just have to do with the indoor climate control in here. Like I said, I've got it pretty warm in here, and warm air is often, well, warm air is supposed to be more moist, but it's kind of warm, dry air because the air that's being warmed is cold, dry winter air, so that might have something to do with it. Or just the heat itself causing the soap to dissipate. That's about it. A couple of little touch-ups here and there, and yeah, I'm about done here. I'm pretty pleased with this shave. Nice little Tech razor, nice other products, and I'll rinse off and I'll be back with Mr. Towel. Well, let's say hello to our good friend here, Mr. Towel. He's going to help me dry my face. Ah, yeah. Pretty good shave, close to BBS. Good enough that I believe I could call it BBS. Yeah, that's pretty good. Might be one or two small places I could touch up a little further afterwards. But pretty good. And I do like these products I've used. I'll begin a brief recap here, and then I will I'll put the finishing touches on the shave here. So we'll put Mr. Towel back here where he goes, back in his dressing room backstage here. And okay, before I got on camera, I prepped my face with Lievre Blanc shaving oil. And my razor has been this 3-piece, it's an old vintage Gillette Tech razor with a hard plastic or possibly a Bakelite handle. And my soap has been this West Coast Shaving, in fitting with the season, the Winter Spice variety of soap there. And my brush was this Polar Shaving. Perhaps you can see the little polar bear on there. That's actually Frank Shaving brush for the Polar Shaving group, Randy Wright's Facebook group and YouTube channel, Polar Shaving. And this is a 20 millimeter, it's a silvertip badger knot. Not a bad little brush. It's kind of become my go-to brush. Okay, I forgot to mention that in my Gillette Tech razor, I had a Personna blade, one of those on its first use. Okay, let's see, I hope I'm not forgetting anything. So I'll reach over here, and in lieu of witch hazel, lately I've been using these Everyman Jack facial wipes after shaving, because among other things, they do have witch hazel in them. So if I can just grab one here, and I'll wipe my face and neck with this. These are pretty nice. I'm hoping I didn't forget anything in my recaps. I think I remembered everything. This is pretty nice. Witch hazel and volcanic clay and other nice ingredients. All natural ingredients, it says, in these wipes. And when you're done with them, you can just toss them. Okay, let's see here. And I guess for my aftershave, in fitting with the Winter Spice soap, I'm going to use something somewhat like that, some Old Spice aftershave lotion here. Shake it up just a little bit, pop the little stopper out, and put a little bit in my hand here. Oh, that's probably more than enough. I'll get that going there. A little on the wrists, behind the ears, on the temples, yeah, in the back of the neck a little bit, and that smells nice. A little bit of burn, a little sting to that, but not too bad. And okay, I'll put the stopper back in that, and there's that again, the Old Spice, you've seen that. And finally, I'm going to finish up here today with some of the Prep, the aftershave balm of theirs, which comes in this tube. And maybe even shake that up a little bit. And okay, put a little bit of that in the hand here. Get that going, and that's pretty nice stuff. And well, that's it for today or tonight, depending on where you are and what time you're watching this, but it's nighttime here, or very early morning. So this is your conversational shaving late Monday night, early Tuesday morning shave. We'll see you again next week. Thank you. Peace.